Hello, ladies. It's me again. Some of you know me as Dulcina, some of you know me as Dee, and most of you know me as Nikki. I just want to say, first of all, I am so overwhelmed with gratitude for all of the love and the support that I've received over the last 2 days since I posted my first video. This is video number 2. And, I'll be honest, I didn't know what to expect when I decided to just step out on a limb and start somewhere. All I knew was, I had this inside of me. I see the need. I know that women are absolutely longing for encouragement, support, and newness, change, transformation, and I'm just grateful and humbled that you allowed me in your space, in your time for what was that, about 5 minutes long, and that it was well received. So thank you. Thank you once again to each of you. I'm not naming names, and some of you I don't know. So absolutely grateful. That said, for my second recording, I had been thinking about what to share, and one of the only things that came to my mind and that just kept being impressed upon my heart is conversations with yourself. And just to give a little bit of a background to what that meant for me, when I was 24 years old, I remember getting dressed one day to leave the house. I was married, had 2 kids, so living that kind of family lifestyle. And that day, though, I kind of paused as I was leaving the bathroom, and I turned and looked in the mirror. And I said to myself, "Who are you? Who are you?" Like, I literally said those words out loud, and I think that was when I finally chose to confront me, to confront the stranger in this person, because I had fallen into survival mode. I had fallen into going through the motions every day. Yes, I was trying to be the best mother that I could be, the best wife that I could be. But I had lost my zeal. I had lost my passion. I had lost the essence of who I truly was over the years. And some might wonder, well, you were only 24. How many years could you have even had to lose yourself? But to put it in perspective, I became pregnant at 18 in my second semester of college. I was a psychology major at Towson University. And my life was perfectly planned out. Let me tell you, I was going to be married by 25. I would have had my first child by 27 or 28 because my husband and I had to travel first and, have time with each other and have fun and all of that. That was, my plan. I would go on to the highest possible educational level that I could with my psychology major and, pursue a PhD in psychology. These were the plans that I had for myself. And I always believed in living a life of purpose because that was instilled in me as a child. And just growing up around my parents and a lot of very positive, influential people. My dad was a pastor. My mom was always involved in leadership, and I was always involved in church. And in school, always played some type of leadership role, was having fun, was living life, and the bombshell hit me. I'm pregnant, I'm 18, and I'm in this in love relationship with my high school sweetheart, and this was not a part of the plan. I felt like a very, very big disappointment to myself, to my family, to my parents. It was pretty devastating. It was a very, very challenging time in my life, and I carried that burden of, you messed up. You messed up, girl. You messed up big time. I always felt like I was playing catch up. I was playing the role of someone else. you know? Because somehow I knew that this isn't me. This isn't, who are you? Who is this person? Yes, you're Nikki. Your name didn't change, and, all of these things, but I was just surviving. I wasn't living. And the passions that I once had and the dreams that I once had. I mean, if you could have asked me at 16 years old, what do you want to be? If there's one thing that you could be, what would it be? Well, I never just had one thing, first of all. I would want to be a singer, a lawyer, a psychologist, always wanted to work with people. I loved entertaining. I loved being in the spotlight. Not because, of any negative reason. At least I don't believe that. It was fun for me. I loved getting on stage and making people laugh and having a good time and getting everybody involved. And that was just me. And again, I know I'm talking a lot about myself this time. And that's not because I want to simply highlight me and who I am and whatever, but just to show you that there's always a time in a person's life when he or she had hopes, had dreams, and they were pure, unjaded. There was nobody telling you that you couldn't do it. There was nobody making you feel insecure. Your self-esteem was in check because you didn't know any different. You were young and you were free and life was great. And, for whatever reason, whatever your story is, and we all have unique stories, sometimes that zeal just fizzles out and we lose sight of who we truly are. So, just as a nutshell, I just wanted to encourage you to have that conversation with yourself. Dare to have that conversation. Start that conversation. I want you to physically look yourself in the mirror, and as you go about, your daily tasks, whether it's work or home or whatever the case might be, just continually ponder upon that. Just keep asking yourself, who are you? What is it that makes you tick? If there's one thing that I could do and there's one thing that I could be, what was it that I wanted to be when I was 5 years old? And try to remember, whether it was one thing or a series of things, try to remember what it is that took that away from you. And the point of that is not to dwell on that thing that took it away or to go back in the past. Rather, it's to recognize that pivotal moment in your life and decide that, okay, I'm going to hit the reset button today, because now you're older. Now I'm sure you're wiser. You're stronger. You may not know it yet. But every experience in life, if you want it to, it can be an opportunity for growth, a stepping stone, even if it was negative. And I'm telling you, as you go on, you're going to get to know me a little bit more. And there were some pretty negative things in my past that now I look back on and I fully embrace, because it has made me stronger. It has made me wiser. It has opened up my heart to so much love. Sometimes I don't even know how to express it, and I'm telling you, these aren't only the good things and the bad things and the in-between things. It's everything, and I just want to encourage you this time to start a conversation with yourself. Start asking yourself questions and start listening to yourself. Listen with your heart to what it is you are seeking, what it is that's inside of you, that is the true essence of who you are. Because I'm telling you, and I want you to believe this, God created you beautiful. He created you perfect, because He created us all in His image and His likeness. I don't know what your beliefs are, but I have proven that to be true in my life. And I have proven that to be a genuine source of strength for me in finding my way back and finding my purpose and getting back to me and who I was, why I was placed on this earth. Because, you know, I said this to someone one time and then I heard it somewhere else. But if you're not being you and giving you to this world, then what's the point? If you're not being you, the world needs you. We don't need a million of the same people. We need you. So I dare you, start that conversation with yourself. Find who you are. It'll take time, but I promise you, when you meet you, everything's going to change. Thank you once again for listening. Thank you for allowing me to share your space and your time. I truly appreciate it. And I hope that as you go forth in the days to come and the moments to come, every moment, I encourage you to seek who you are and don your confidence. Thank you.